ayede political show adesua wom political show emudo Mark Jerry any the torchlight ayase epono ene mpontre Se Mark Jerry OSEI AGYEMAN etnasi ewo the torchlight dwumedi ewo neat 100.9 na wonim se ebuna den numre ya waden numre 7:30 biano radio so ayede political show adesua wom political show emudo Mark Jerry any the torchlight ayase epono ene mpontre
hey kasi list ni nie enwoma abeto tode ame baba no ho ade no hwem so betumi a asew na obeka ya jontuma miensa duku portmanteau this way chocolate drink na kan wo hwe afibia nso beri ni waware ne this way chocolate drink na kan sia asew udan kwanu ntumu ho me be mo anu nso hye kura de aka ho wo de wapi ho o ka sa batete edafo mo
this way chocolate drink
kra cha be pe baba aware yi
asew
ye fi ase this way chocolate drink ye sori anopa no ne ye nom ye bi hye fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho anu ne ye de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne ye nom ana this way no ti anu a he se kire wom koko wom brick wom bibia wom ade ohia ne so hye
this way chocolate drink
de ohia ani so hye
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkrato emu agye atum se eye
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Neat FM Neo.
0.9
Neat FM Neo.
ewo neat 100.9
I promise to be faithful and loyal to God and my mother.
What's here the torchlight dwumedi ewo neat 100.9
I promise to walk in my honesty, a heritage won for us through the blood and sword of our fathers. And I pledge myself in obedience to uphold and defend the whole name of valor. So I promise to walk in honesty.
What's here the torchlight dwumedi ewo neat 100.9
What's here?
And I pledge myself in obedience to uphold and defend the whole name of valor. So
What's here the torchlight dwumedi ewo neat 100.9
Assassini, e avvolti in Mayen, Mojanana nanum shebunyani to Mayen.
What's here?
Say a bay and Yatwasu, in your house, to Kanya, Pasabi, Omnia, Eddie and Ramuta, Mayan, Sassu, to say,
dwumedi ewo neat 100.9 What's here the torchlight dwumedi ewo neat 100.9. Wotie the Torchlight Jumedi and Neat 100.9. Wotie the Torchlight Jumedi and Neat 100.9. Torchlight Jumedi and Neat 100.9. Torchlight Jumedi and Neat 100.9. Wotie the Torchlight Jumedi and Neat 100.9.
The best station in the capital, Please FM.
Wotie the Torchlight dwumadie ɛwɔ NIT 100.9.
Jamagana phone you now call ba and then you may Edibe Jumedia your friend Torchlight so it will need 100.9. And you may yet say na yen semakodwa ye babidi hon komo. Amanyo sem a ye babidi hon komo. Nay the fight against corruption. Say your man penny to adi hono. Na Attorney General nipa bi omususu se womedi oman sika. Na womo elbo mko edu ayeje. Emunsem etisen ade a yebedi ho enkomo. Sara nso na American ensu ato. Ensu na to papa. Ye ka se ensu na to a utum se baby a ayedija. Baby kra de ye se ewudu ANC mall a womo solar panels ebubu edwuragu. Ababegu am forecast so because ensu na to yie. San bon frama. Abon frama pa. Echese munsem eno so da unti baby bi andam bia no ekwan mu tesen de titru ya no ma ye won kran ne mpatam ekwan mu tesen esu ne toye no ekwan mu etesen ye timi hu sa tio se besan atobie mu eno na ye hwe ne mu yi ye hye da ntimi hu entini ebisa se ekwan mu etesen okofie ayafa baby ehoye baby a hwe ensu na tata ebe ha adwen no men konkofa ho ne konkofo ye ne bia ama enti kradi ensu na topa so na to krani ne mpate me magana fo nyina kwa ba edebedit 100.9 jumedie ye friend Torchlight midin de Mark Jerry OSEI AGYEMAN na ye jumedie ye brew eye ana ye benada ne yawade bia eti ne ayatena si de ne fani benono. Now go Facebook Live you need 100.9 FM. Need 100.9 FM. So go Facebook Live ade dem ewo ho. Na enwe chene so no menka say wo comment bi e kwana de befa na metimi acha kenkan e de amawo Facebook need 100.9 FM. Need 100.9 FM eno no Facebook Live. Ebe kenkan na ye de amawo. Na so won say de ansam na kasa no epumasibre etie na so far wo hwe eye sedia amamu no chechire eko Kumasi Central Market je hihye anamo be na mpanfo A2 ediaboa woma eko ahoyehia mu because we eye accidental yes aka report bi so bi na chance but accidental ya atoyire nchem na ato safwe etie na ebe hwe na parliament nso budget debate na ekoso paa. Budget debate no ekoso no ba fanyo maken. Jan na iso akasa. The minority leader honorable Mama Yarega. Jan na iso akasa. Those who defended the womb. Na ana me no many bi ha. Be di echira ma ana efunu me. Yes. Because budget here. Abebia de budget ba. Ne nkrofo e wo parliament wo meka say ya na enye obi abeka say eto no bo afanyo make gwa say ndani abere ne ho ebie mi ndani ase wo debate akwa gozi sen o de budget na ba beto na momo wa ba mu ne momo dudu say na mo sori kaseti amo budget say enye and akwa the usual rhetorics sana akwa ye majority leader no Mama Yarega obe sori akase budget no emunye de wo mu na enye ene de wo kote ne he It's akwa the usual rhetorics. It's aya na mimomo no ameye Ghana niba. Be de me na me hwe de betumi aboa me o. Me na me hwe de betumi aboa ebe se sama brabo. Ti se budget de bibi wo ma de wo me betumi sama brabo. That's the most important. Na say we quite rely on parliamentarians to debate budgets and the processes na. Traditionally no say say kokoba. But we debate am na kwa say. One be debate here the boka kwesi ane say one be appropriation bill na too. One be too mpe na say ye. Mo ya na mo nyi too na yi 11 kura no. E free one e free so na enko. Because yi levy e just be free on I say me maintain your transfers. E just be free on let be to me I come up. Ti na eno so ho nsem. Eno ni ti debate no. Ekoso ebo Ghana mrashe be fie eye budget debate no eno so mpanfo ejina omanan so. Enra honorable Dominic Ayini o December bretu dwa asamba akọ kan ne say emfa ho say we NDC ni anase o belong to any other party say ba say ye do man to mi bia hye wonsa pen ana ye do man to mi bia hye wonsa ye de bia bia hye wonsa ena wo say wo de man sika bedi agora emra na ni obedi so wo de man sika ebedi agora emra no ene obedi honorable Dominic Ayini ena odi sensem we edi tudwa ena no achi no san church cases ahodo a egu the table so omo ye hu adwuma ye ka sai eye kwabena adubu ahen BNI4 no no nye BNI ebra aye national security for be fa no ede ne call ye no say one more air grant the bill na bill no it is so sureties ene ho akade edan aye say worth about 127 million Ghana cedis and then the sureties in yezo it is so to me meet the bail condition o meet bail condition na just say woman you know etiena ye ka say don na lawyer for so sabria meti hey ye nyanya signals bia say woman you na free e national security for akache there ye nyanya signals bia enti eno so ekonkon ho a ye twa baabi akwakodu na eno ana amanfo ka say na we nso de de ya we chanting ana emra ne ye ma na ye adwuma na de ye ne amanyofo ne de as usual table so ne sesa obia kasa sesa baabi anipa ne te no odane ne ho kotena baabi fofura na kasa na sesa fa won said ono no ko opposition na ne de oba aban mu obia kasa sesa na na kran so nko yo so kasa na sesa ana onje on yes kasa na sesa obia eka dia ekoyie ma no enso tables ne ten ye enche na honorable Sam George o say Ghana Post adwumayefo bia omo form after 7 December say adwumayefo ni nyina wayi omadi nkofie nkotena ho na edi ye so de eya ye too much edi enti enye nkoye too much ana mesesen na ye yiwe no madi na ye yiwe no madi no eno so dodo monhwe bibi ye o monhwe bibi ye o amanyofo enne wa instructed adwumayefo bi omo ye adwuma Ghana Post honorable Sam George wa instructed say womu nyina nkofie womu nkofie because womu form after 7 December let just say yam form kwan papa so an adwumayefo be ye oha womu be ye oha ena sabre ye ka say wa instructed say womu nkofie edesu emunsem eda ho abedafo ne beba ha na make say the events amo watena so a member of the NDC Communication Bureau na me twa anim say Solomon Owusu aka ono no bedi kan be na say nsuo na unlock na Solomon Owusu entime mai William Sangwo or a member of the MPP National Communication Team MPP National Communication Team ye ka say William Sangwo ye hwe anim so ba be kan ye ho e wa ha sei na ye den hwehwe any discussions ahodo wo ho no na ye de atofo na meti honorable Dominic Ayini kakra this any we the two ja enti na
million Ghana cedis But the exchange rate at the time, this amount was
Yo! Utie oha extra ponkno. Needs FM.
Ghana cedi equivalent of 7 million United States of American dollars. The exact full amount which he quoted as the price at which ISC Holdings sold the cyber defense equipment to government of Ghana. All the payments transferred to the invoice, a number from ISC Holdings, all the payments reference the invoice number from ISC Holdings to the national BNC. Importantly, after the initial transfer of the 9.5 million Ghana cedis, which was the equivalent of 1.750 United States of American dollars from the private BNC to ISC Holdings, no further payments were made to ISC Holdings. A review of the transactions on the private BNC account reveals that after the payment of the 1,750,000, Mr. Eduboahe and his wife began applying the rest of the funds for their personal use, making transfers to local third parties, personal investment, as well as transfers to unknown persons. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen of the media, we have all the account details, we have all the receipts, and any person who took money from Mr. Eduboahe from that account, we know. Now, our investigation, which was conducted by EOCO, as I've indicated, has established that the ultimate in essence, the difference between 49 million Ghana cedis being the money Mr. Eduboahe transferred from the bank account of the national BNC to his private BNC, and 9.5 million being the money he actually paid to the ISC Holdings for the software, ended up with him and his wife. That is to say that the sum of 39,462,480 Ghana cedis of taxpayers' money went into their private pocket. The investigation has revealed that the ultimate beneficial owner of BNC Communications Limited is another company known as Advantage Solutions Limited. 10 other companies are through a very complex web of shareholding and directorship connected to Mr. Eduboahe and his wife, Angela. Investigations have also established that monies, mostly proceeds of crime from the Advantage Solutions Limited and BNC Communications Bureau Limited and other similar sources have been transmitted under very suspicious circumstances through the bank accounts of these companies. The investigations have revealed so far that the suspect and his wife have registered companies which we are currently tracking. We are tracking all the companies. There are about 10, of them that they created with Advantage Solutions, mostly owning all the companies. For purposes of the investigation that is ongoing, we are not going to disclose those companies, but I want to warn any executive, director, or employee of each of the companies who, knowing that Mr. Eduboahe has been arrested, if they make movement of assets, we will track and arrest them and prosecute them. So they are all warned. All banks are also warned that if we see any wire transfers or cash withdrawals on any of the accounts belonging to Mr. Eduboahe and his companies, the bank managers and all their employees who are involved in those transfers will equally be arrested. After this press conference, no activity, and we are monitoring all their bank accounts from the Financial Intelligence Center. With the press of a button, we can see the movement of money, on any of the accounts. So we are monitoring that very, very closely. We know, for instance, that the 3 banks that they have been dealing with, in substantial financial transactions are UMB, Fidelity Bank, and Stanbic Bank. So we are monitoring them keenly. And the managers of this bank, if they are listening to me, should be careful about what they do on any account connected to Mr. Dubois and his wife and their companies. The investigations also established that the proceeds from the suspects' activities were used to buy significant landed properties and other assets of considerable value both in Ghana and elsewhere. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the press, my fellow countrymen and women, I want to give you a sample of what we have discovered so far. We have tracked most of the assets. So, the properties that are in their names, their joint names, or sometimes in their, in their individual names, are as follows. We have number 2 Stream Park Drive, Mayfair Estates, LA, that is Accra. For that, they deposited, and we have the deposit slip as well as the receipt from the estate developer, $1 million United States of American dollars. Number 6, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, Accra. Deposit 500,000 United States of America. That's American dollars. That's the initial deposit. All right. Then we have number 7, Edith Avenue, Mayfair, 200,000 United States of American dollars deposited for the property. Number 8, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, Accra, 97,815 United States of American dollars was deposited for that property. But we are sure that other cash payments were made to complete the purchase and then the transfer of ownership. So we are tracing all those documents. Number 9, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estate, 270,000 United States of American dollars deposited, initial deposit for the purchase. Number 10, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, Accra, 150,000 United States of American dollars deposited. Now he also owns a company known as Vertex Properties. Vertex Properties, and we trace the proceeds of crime to Vertex Properties also. They have Vertex Properties owns 27 houses located at Oyarifa. Each house costs, an estimated cost of 295 United States of American dollars. We also know that they have 2 properties in London that we are tracking, and I'm going to trigger the mutual legal assistance between the United Kingdom and Ghana for us to be able to lay hands on those properties. Now we also know we've been following the bank transactions very closely, and we know that on February 11, 2020, they made a 16 million fixed deposit from the payment received from BNC Security. This was from the initial payment of 27,100,000 Ghana cedis. On April 3rd, 2020, Mr. Dubois alone withdrew 7,250,000 Ghana cedis, in cash. He withdrew that in cash. This payment came out of the second transfer of the 21 million from BNC National Security to BNC, his private, company. On April 24th, 2020, 1.5 million cash withdrawal was made. On the same day, he made payments to a real estate company to the tune of 1,566,000.
Okay, it's Honorable Dominic Kanyine. Are you the Minister for Justice? Are you the Minister for Attorney General? I don't know, I didn't confuse me. Minister for Justice and Attorney General. On any edi na me bonene e de ama won fa ye cases a eda nanim kwabena Dubois mun sensem ani nyina no eda nanim eti ye kwai na said the bidi kankan no from Afra-Franto movement enye Honorable Alan Kwadu Chiramaten camp Solomon Wusu atenase Solomon wadwe say
ya crossdo
we akoso
baby I just dia bedua ni yentime complain
na Afra-Franto movement re ko say
say I'm going to be Casso, young Kwana Ghana for Yanga.
Oh, sir.
A generally yin shaky cries and say, yin Ghana for no, say Ghana for no dear. I dear Shasia, no, on my tonta and Chireno, no more Dimrika Quacofa. It's your Rala Chamanti dear. Obia him, Sabi. I didn't draw over to the Abua Ghana. Tigana for nothing.
Okay.
Na ujinane na so painting.
Nti ye to abawie no monome ko sen.
Ekoye pa ye hye ye din kan yakom ahwani oma e ba ye ma ye ko e ba pempen so yi. Ama ye ho the loopholes in the coming days no. Obeti en strategies aye of
movement.
For the way forward no.
Okay, that's good. Na mocha enome ko sen. Orala Jamati is also a business person, pal.
Oh, yes.
Under the only Jadifui,
yes.
Edika Subum.
Yes.
DSC will come as a central market. Send a comedy in a course on account. That's where.
Orala Jamati in kind atom crackwa coma. Animal body member Edibia Kumasi Central Market. Any attraction chema at home. In fact, you know, apart from so, yeah, Obia, when him get you know. Osanshi Kumasi boy. Dodo na Edibia hono ye ne wo faasefo ne nabusuafo ne de keka ho tina ise ka wono mu a na aka no nti wadi nkan ato nkra na wono gine di eno nti no omo so agene nkra na tum ana wa hye wombo se obeba womwa ama bibia akoto ote eno nti die sabi obetumi aya no se se ameno ka se woni aben mu ana oni tumi bia ya to abama one way with me.
Yeah.
Ti do betu aye so ordinary no fafa.
Ebe so mun crying.
Na afi de work to so no say aban emomodia emasa Greater Kumasi project na one way di animu ni World Bank kan ya na Korean government or this ka ba be shim no. Yenye ne ntumi nwie because ye wie sa Greater Kumasi project any Ilan port no ne year. Ebema market na spread outwards. Emma pressure no man medi central business district. And ekeka homa illegal connections ne baby a yedi container sisi by heart ne ade na electrical ford bia kotrega na afi obewie.
Akofan sem bebre
solution no nyina wo mu se ye be buy Kumasi nim. Na yama planning regulations aye adwuma. Se eno anya adwuma ebe perennial problem afi bia mark ye be ba beka Kumasi central market ahye ye ba beka Kantamanto ahye ye ba beka Kotokoraba ahye ye ba beka market circle ahye na ayese yentu mpon wa yabrabom eno na Orala Nchemante se wo stress aban bebi oja ho no ombebo modin ato akoso na no so answer the hihie bebe wo se ote kokoso ene ebusuafo asansa ase ene ade ehye wonsa wasettle sa issue no say wono so pese ohun se sa project na ba so nti no ohene bia asase manso eda wani ma project no astole no obi anya amanenka amena no kama ne yefefefe be say ba ebebo Kumasi pa ama yenu amane mema edi dware ho aton ti sa no Orala Nchemante eka
so no sa wo hye ye markets ejachiche de bia ba na ya kan ho asema ye ja to ya kan ho asema wo ma eboka koye o mama no makwa koye ya kan ho asema edwade fo ibo so no ma sa hye na ye dwam aye congested BBC atoyenchem si a atoyenchem mu aboafo fire service fo ni ade kwan on be fa so mpo na wo mo de rescue amanfo aide ye dwai planning of our market center so lo woni se
mark di nyina gira se un se ye dwa nyina ehye district assembly sensa
yes.
I mean MMDC sase na ye krom ya memo na ye bu ni ye mfa sa assembly concept ni serious there ye ni one the national politics but most of the implementation of the local bylaws no assemblies na ye dey so assemblies pa omutumi enforce omumra na there impempi mehu ne say assemblies no the omaniji wanzo omakodwoma amakoti ticket amankofo se bebia nipa ne te no ewo planning mu ana se ni planning mu na ne emfa om efri se enforcement of the laws no ade ehia ya edwa bebre wo hono mu a eni se wuram kura se okoje to ne mu musaki nipa
okay
ura kantamanto a heat ni nkwa akura gira hono ebetumi generate ye friend say fire oko central market car kura ntumi ntwa no edu busa on say the planning authorities no ya na edie pa no mo ye ana de mama be hunu say most of the mayors ne DCs no omu nyina omu ba omu ankasa ni any ingenuity outside say abide the district assembly common fund aba MBA bibi enye sa say we district assembly na say wo na akoje to ewo edwane mu a edie pa the private o say one of the private sector be kabum na mo si market agigi muska. This is where I will say aban eman the near day ekoso esan say unye si dwano a na unim se dwano de bia nipa wago akwa di dwawo na se obeje wo tola sa to no betumi atue dwano ka again angro be stores a say ya na dwadifo no omo di dwano omo tuaka eno na obetumi di ai etua back to be akokoji wo loan ena no enye 4 years 5 years loan oko for 20 years loan ni ade se na ebeba nipa no ahenhe a no ngongo tua twamene bo bia eno ne concept a ewo se hwe na no betumi adimu a na wanya won mu edi assemblies na omo ye business oriented enye obi a ba betra ho mo a wone dia a wo yare so onya kolobi wi a na obetra no ho wo twen this is assembly common fund wo twen kakra mko akoji okrom uti anye na ne mpeso aso de tu galamse a no one also akoboa ne atumi no onyesika. That is what our leaders at the various district assemblies have been doing. Na me feel so se shit free ho obia or prese we nyamencha de nyanyi MMDCs.
Yes, so munyama.
One of the considerations also buying busa say nipa na oba be position the business plan say in the next 2-3 years any for no person dey sa mpeso ano so na say a district and metropolitan ekokodru or the autocrat so sanyo mo see hu the plans for our markets, the plans for roads, the plans for water infrastructure, hospital infrastructure, and they say na say no betumi achieve some questions wey must be key and just on the kokoye chobo do my esa de bia no a critical component of our development near charger near kwakofa one more. This is assembly common fund in Maya no master T came another sa common fund in Maya common fund ni ko free common fund ni esika at the national level abane dey ba form na se to na ye gige no ngo na nimu a ebe ni enye bia bro what the district tourism tourism another tourist site eye bebre a e na otwe say common fund in Maya un develop e dey na prevent you say ube develop sa tourist site na generate local income somehow. And it be say your district levels no amemo sem ye ntiase enye sa giahihia ekoso ye dwam eni sesi hwa ofri kumase ba be so wo ofri dwaben o ba be sia bankran de bia meduru obi a mesi ye tu ayi ahyeda wo won wa dwoso
yes
so pay the nipa
ton no ama
ye ni etu hyeda
edu Sundays crowd ya na eche say
ye
hadwen
and ye etu ahyeda mo nyina mo hu say sa market na say edwoso mpotemo no Sundays gofo di dwapa this is assembly ye wasade say obe make sure say obe pam mo nyina de o mako men's market center one me be di dwa wo kwan no so mo bala so mo nyina wo dwamu a na ngongoto a kokodekom otiase eye de ye
ye betena se na aye hwe han na aginsemo ana to ye nche bi besi esi wi a afi ne ba beka ho nsem afi ye kwa konsolo abusua esu ne atena aye nhwe han na ma na se awie
anytime ma medru adwusu bia me ya de me kan se ye tu ayi ahyeda because enye de ya car bi break be feli na muti anye na car na ne break be feli ri articulator tracker ebenum fefefe na ye wi ayakoye hu ayi enso nipa kwabena ne hwe the busiest road I wo Ghana ya kra kumase empanifo fa kwan so hu saade no district assembly no your municipal chief executive ho your assemblyman ho obi enu a obo ho wa your regional minister ho okaka bibia ne attending into politics but we about human life the assemblies no yen for the right person enko na MMDC is so ba ya omunyama technocrats ni nya adwuma because I know say this assembly be our planner or quantity surveyor
yeah
ebiru kwa land economics ala value any ade wo mu na o se boawo na o district no in terms of technical expertise omode ma wo DC anase mayor no na utumi plan na mu jam politics adija ne mamunatu ene na maadwa ne yi oh ye koyi o mafiri kwan wi o mo nto abama e bi so what na dey say abama na betena so afebo yeah what is right ye ni say ya mark ye benye dwa eso ani ye dwa no kra bebre o ye koso no kra na me yare enko de ye kofa firi ho me anytime am yere be ka chem so kwa gbobulushi bia no me say eh se de okoto yare aba se ye friend say odo ye be fa wi efi na ba bedu suro ani ye ton nnuane wo nchen etinya yare ni ye kwa kosisa be fi ta market wo se ba bia ke ban market no because efi mu ani etie eduane so choba ke se ye sarfiofio nyina hono mu nyina koto no the health inspectors way Ministry of Health dey no ye the Metropolitan Assembly na kasa dey ne ye and the tifim ne dey boy nkosafo ne Ghana is the gateway to Africa Ghana is the gateway to West Africa we get to any film Etiema District Assembly concept no hia ye and also gina so say ye koto aba assembly men na ye mani hia ye what sort of or what caliber of assembly members
and ye to aba di yo
abamo ahanu obetimi so ye nto aba no mpo ye mfa ne serious.
Yeah, 2 year cry. Your assembly members, you know, your friends, we don't put them on their toes.
That him. They down. Yeah, they cry. You to abano.
Yeah, fan home.
Me importe one. North Canada.
Yeah.
Importe one more. Who estate will be no to aba. Assembly man. One or day. And you also bar. The oya listen. Oh my oya a boat train ya. So mudi container besi baby a enye pe. E my one so for munsa no especially my one. Oh brama me from go tennis here one here on na fefuru. Ise hunu kwa no mudi.
Eh samo.
On na fefuru. Mark me dey na mo no.
Entra we assembly men sir.
Me ka no crash out we assembly. Na le bi dey bi this assembly.
Abaywa me baby.
Abaywa
Manika whatever ever bani na.
Abaywa akwa kosua adwuma ope baby di container unim very well say baby o di container ne ba besi no emwa obehu an say wa ye ala
kama akwa no de akwa gosi
wo beti ase eti ba ko di besi wa na emienu na emiensa eti amaye kuro ni munyia da the containers afo ye ho hwe a
enye ukotu o ma o say hey
na ba be problem engra kumase any look be a national service or KMB development control unit that time that Asia my deputy your friends speaker all the name boss or development control unit the bia so hini bi bedi o hini amba so for amba mala mo ba ade ya container bia any see edisi be bia o say no ma ba
na de akwa kwesi o
na o ye na obi hu ase ya makwan de esi o kese kuro na se ase ye ko ba bia kura developer enfa na o Dubai akwa ye di container si o adam de omu nidwa ba ni nya ye planning ni nya ne se ye enforce mra no ni nya ne se obi kase ye beye we ya salifo amuako ene wa free circle ho enso fa run about tun kwada yem hihyo esa se do sa no so famu a obi o tiase mamra ni nya adwuma enye se we are not going anywhere enti ja hihye ne de lack of enforcement of the law and planning na ni nya say you're very weak your friends a decentralization system that this is assembly concept no and can you perfect now so implementation of his policies the caliber of nkofo e do omu kom no eno na emwae na no so
when say this assembly this assembly a decentralization policy and yeah me nka say yeah decentralization policy am I would also for creating be bahaba bisuya
of course
I want more the call but we can't implement it well and nothing na yen omamufo no say no say gata bi da ne fie na chi na enkoyi a no sufre president now Ono no think
assembly member
Jubilee House. One require assembly member na so usu.
Assembly member no so report to assembly member no so
yes street light and patam won kan e bia ni ho. No usu friend MP.
So na
assembly member na to ye adwuma ben.
O made because
me say me assembly member for instance me ana me share that den buy because me je campaign the man. So mra no buy I'm just say massa campaign am ye ma no.
Obey adwuma.
It goes with responsibility.
Fantastic.
Etiana me say me kan to journey.
O just here.
Ade na nya kura say matese yes assembly why you very active na da. Eti wonim say yan kan ya dundum ye me go kwa me kodu fie e go chire na say yeah. We ye adwuma.
Mark, me say
o de na ye ja assembly members.
Now Oka goes out a middle class constituency. Oko had the caliber of assembly member obestresa. Obia e busy. Almost the Coco presiding a member. I don't want to say him mayor. Any MMC. And you would inside you with the agro. Before I was NCC, a starting man and Nico said, ever conscientize the Ghana for no. Now you're near Babbe Brewo, the National Assembly concept, and as assembly concept, you know. Now you start you or more. Dr. Papa question you, also started as an assemblyman. That I'm never. That I'll be called assemblies, you know. Ubenya medical doctors, ubenya lawyers, ubenya engineers, and they are assembly members.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you got it wrong along the way. After the year, Jamo, Bia, no go rumbi. It's your crowd here. We will be a poster, I was assuming you are MVP. And can you imagine? Yeah, your politics, you know. I have time, you grab Bia, say, Bia.
Partisan. And of course, there is partisan connotation around that. But Mr. say, Mumaya money, yes, any city. That's the only level of governance a uniting microphone.
And then baby, I can make one more can say, yeah, the partisan. Yeah, for NDC people, some members say, only I not in the crown, one more hint at the year. It's yes, I'm a baby, I don't know, yes, I we should have been not something say, once someone tired, young man, no. And what economic forum the make or governance. What Evans, member, so that my minister solo,
very important. Mark, very important. Say, your bed is na yen sir, and your boy any ankasa.
Okay.
Also, your bottom up approach. Your far development in free form, Eddie Bedrusra. You be okay because I don't believe. And there be a make say, and this will be a tranka. Not trade obia or be crumam punya.
Yeah.
And you're totally wrong.
Yeah.
But when you expect my local levels are what data in area, no one was shape to fit into the national agenda. And it's the National Development Planning Commission, a key. Or no one said the general framework, you know, any a plan now what district level, no, or data no local. No, they have formulated policy, no. Now get did this swab do regional minister, now regional minister so for the did ya can say, ye be pequoya, be first way, and yes, I don't know here, the regional minister, then MMDC is in a work account. It to me yet a comprehensive business plan. O just say, no, or two forecasts and be a professionals be no, if I sent me my wish yam. Was it Mona Marco School, Quacosia? Be one remember bring go for a person by the end of more to craft as so sebi. Now, man go for her so a day. We must begin to write. But how many of these this is Nabakokra over to a friends the proposer? What true proposal crowd Yaku baby? And also no actual proposal say may they quack or so funding about the MRD.
That 2 million town.
The beer the complain as a assembly this assembly common fund in mind. How much is the common fund? How much? Eti mesra ye fa more mudimu. Ye fa more make me actual bibi. What you say? We make Kanya campaign ma Obia Oko, your friend is a Kumewum Potemua. I branch your friend Tom C.
Okay.
Or contest on the ticket of the NDC as a member of parliament.
Okay.
So deep. I have encountered him in UK several times.
Okay.
A branch that bow plans and ye, meetings are now no more here, shortlist now. Now, also, Mako in the film, hey, the Kroma does a party.
MMDC is no.
Oma say yin ono na no ye parliamentary candidate Oma say
Ombe yin afrim. E dem pa dey be disqualify. But I say MDC is Ahmed Ibrahim ba betena ba bia oti. Last week in the interview na me bisa no. Because the year came so one shey ni ya MMDC for instance. Omubodi na eno so ba be dija. Na impuntunuma na ye hwe na ye ho na ye dey. Dem mo bi a the favorite. We ye de obetimi aye no. Na kwa ebibia ebesi den obi oye parliamentary candidate wa qualify na we say you disqualify no on what grounds
na the one say the way the guy is so competent, you know. Am I friend amankwa by election those by election be ba so kumewo no all the contest no sabe contest here so competent. I've encountered him severally. Business minded person. Now we call yin go for na short listen where you na free and I'm saying that chroma na grow go for any super because ebia click on the politics fashions obia join the next election. That is the problem at NDC for ekura who leads the party next and how do I position my members in strategic places said me campaign better easier. That is your problem, but your problem must not be the problem of the country. It must not overshadow the public interest and the national interest. The national interest they say you hear obia obetumi abebo amam potem no e develop abeni penyem wadwuma na se ni penya adwuma nya wa bana na wasomjo that is a problem. That's a problem na minim
okay Yane Solomon Owusu ofri aye afranfranto movement for change on the no edin command so far one more yesusu say one madi sika abanda dem enra Honorable Dominic Ayini a press conference. Approach yes say yede beji sika no etose. Say minority focus MPP one my opposition say. And NDC force to defend say yes. Omu ji sika no e dia mo mai.
Mark me that say eno awo na menua no. Eye true say sika bia yira. Unless o man en pese be kan kre. Sika ni bia yira kodi nkofo buto. I was here called Jessica. Attorney General or represented on my money. Yenny Ghana man, your lawyer no. And you are not said yet say, Obe Boamia Quaco Jessica. Now, the obey and run, and Jessica G. About be your mind at I have no problem with it. Because the why and the crime day is as what the Kwaba be shad him. And run he sought to be more or less emphatic. About new man or Karase, the Nigina be Biswa, or himself a cockwater.
Yeah,
where be
say now.
Anya be a crown, Obey me, I'm heading out to me. I'm not for send the patient for the Pacotum. What did you go to know? What did you honor a Sicana of fire? No, and as you go not that on any ma ever be dear, Eden or woman. But you see, in prosecution, politics near you know, were the court of public opinion. And the court of competent jurisdiction.
That's right.
Politician be also the 23. Attorney General, no, yes, I also hear the legal aspect of it, but so lose the propaganda better. That's the end of him. Obi Obeka just a new man cause war, Abontine sway. Judges be that person doesn't know this word. I got the formula in it you. They listen to the mood.
Yes.
And don't you know, maybe fee say Attorney General Obeka and say. Assume see now benti say no hu afa no by middle of April or the next quarter after all we do obi quarter under jurisprudence see ano say mark me do quarter me nyina so nyina o say me ma na ohwe
yes
ye mfa bibia ensie enti more or less the Attorney General na be to say the me do quarter no na make a chairman sign now why is it that me Ghana ni me hu kwa semete yen kwa no kukwam how many people will go to the court and
aba it's the only kind no.
Also, I am more of this.
Oh, sir.
So, person so CDA because of my propaganda ni bitino our town one. It will turn against him. And I mean to one Attorney General of boy. Over there, chairman, to me, I'm going to go this can answer a branch or day accusation out to the song, allegation out to the song. No one children, maybe the over channel. Now, branch recording over channel. Say, and go say, yeah, already in young Koye, Abano. Etimedia wa boa mo no ade no wakwakoto position or pill also ko giskanaba. Fortunately money nka kire adan bia e dedwa Ebe 37 as I say.
And son of Moka.
Sound up or Attorney General.
Attorney General.
We see both to be simple. Or bois, memebois. What did I in actually? What me actually see can do pudua. Ye free. Hey, Mark, a chroma ye bro. Say a co benya go for catchers as well. And to the MPP for now, a catchers a minimum MPP no. Yamibe Chiamuka one.
Oh, what was it?
Also, minimum a branch MPP.
Oh. No, because so many
what are you talking about? Was it not a member of the
that's an interview MP. Where Jagbe was honestly the
security committee, the security members of the security committee on the manifesto. No one was it not there?
None in you.
Coco for security manifesto.
No one
MPP manifesto. What are they talking about?
Oh, but say that time no surface and the Benedict we can.
He has been there. Look, they know him. But you see, Chrome and Asemsia, now go for a Jane. Said your friend said bad news, no. Obian Peso be associated with bad news. Go and check the security committee of their on their members of the security security aspect of their manifesto. So come let do anymore. What are they talking about? And rightly so, because the National Signals Bureau falls under the national security.
Yes.
It is a control manifesto. He must be a rightful person to be.
But it doesn't also mean anybody MPP.
Hey, now
that is what they are claiming.
How can
you can engage a technocrat?
It is not true. Forget it. There is nowhere Obim believe in your ideology. Because before you write the manifesto, no, you are coming from a certain ideological background. And it's on what basis as me normal party your friend is a manifesto. And now was some way down cotton so no and then little Janice after the media politics. For you to accept say me NDC ni NDC for ever friends say me cotton as on control manifesto me jitum pe me NDC ni. Na say me throw we are. It is my hope and wish is a party be winning elections. And do video my boy mama throw manifesto me ko to about me to about ATM bibiana. E metwa about NDC. Omuja saka nyentie. Asem na aba sika na ayira party asem ba enkonkoje nto say party edia eye nsemoni tiri obia woni din kwabena du wahe anene abani na nya se sika ni wom na sampani ampa say sika kodi ni botomu a after all your plea bargaining na you honmo a krasima kamenwe sika emeji ye onu kra de nyame anim nie o se e bona baso esa se pudio na ano from what the Attorney General is saying, no, with the CC Adai Okromati, you bet you have a coje. A binum crowd, the Omdia called Guyana, and the Akoya economy for ye. Quabnadia, according to Attorney General, said your canny and cry, Quabnadia yen who you are. And yes, you hear them a civil servant, top level near the and one is a crossima coming ye, a dining ye crack trade, near boy Chiraco, say a best ye every muna, a swan. And one is a mere Yamara, Obi obey your money beautiful in this will hold any public office view. Uncle baby.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah, Jessica. What must say? Now the catcher is a munimuno. All of a sudden, nobody in the party knows him. It's as over him and the Babe National Signals Bureau. And your friends say, Director. We don't do that. Now, I am with the Attorney General on that occasion, as I catcher say. National Service Scheme so so far go for tunyompa efe enonte obusuani bi aye National Service penia sene Attorney General na kan de na kire se sika pudu ayira ye no wanhwe ya na omafa no ntem na yemfa mpa yentachi mak yemfa mpa yentachi enye sade ekon anwade ana ebio wo se 2 million no de eno so ho asem ba mate se Ora Solomon Samoa so aba e de asem abetu dwa se
yes Solomon Samoa also onko hide
as aba so far hide so ni kromo on the ade na ye
aba so tu kan na na say
ya pe wa mo be yi nyoma no a but dey basa $2 million won asem de ka no
oh
ani ti mo de mo mra eno nche se mo diska mo de mo mra na mo be yi anu mo be yi anu wie na se de anu ye ni disika no be sa be to account no mu a Oman ni sikani ye pedie bu oman ena keje ti ahye yanko ti edromra ni nyane ahahan ema yo ni mrante ye okeje ti omusu amobo benan de omu ye ani se omu dwetire na ahye nti omu kwa ukwa na akomo omu dwetire ho na besu aksika ogofo botomo so that is what we are talking about and mo bia enfa nyuma mitu bia eno ene beboy
but say na lawyer for na actual ede aba okay high need 100.3 Solomon Owusu member of the movement for change ono na ye no edi enkomo no na enche or other engagement nti enche ye be jano eho na ye jano kwa so no Bank of Ghana former governor so a omuko ni fie
makase obia odi o man anim se oho ewo mfomso obia ye ni wuni now krata be to dwa se efie omukọ no nkuta search warrant
yeah
in fact obia deny se ampani ampase no nkuta search warrant naturally say they followed the law now ora desin onya abofra sabi onyemumu ana watrama national security aba be na yakayaka di na oso won kasa
yeah
so those who are trying very hard to do propaganda with the economy, they are not targeting a certain personality in the national security, but they are destroying the institution called the national security. It's as a minimum Mark, can you imagine the national security about fee? Now Mark is so kasa na me ana me ba wiase abontia be ka kire wiase ni ase national security call Mark fee no ye ko fan I mean how low
but some dey say me be to odwana na meba be condemn say that statement
no but Mark must not end there also national security invite ni pana waka o kase o mu ko wiase ka no be kirem eye nkiremu
o ma ko wiase ka ko wi agudie akwa wi akomodie ne
ni wa wo na wo kasa asem na wo ni ho that's number 1 number 2 nipa no ye ko hwe ni fie no wonye nipa sabi wojosa to be a governor of Bank of Ghana no wonye nipa keto
yes
e di officer no mbetu akwa e de ompe number 3 attorney general na am wiase nya te say after the search ne kwa omo record no
nah
because omo preempt say ye betumi nyankofo e ba be di ntrosa enti that be ya asemo they will play it back look me I don't know Japa anyway. I don't know him. I don't want to know him. But if the national security is mindful, if the government of the day is mindful, immediately they must establish the communication wing of the national security. Because you see, the Aquarian say, people deliberately are single out South Japan. They are 1 year in here, they turn so. Now, Mark, one of them be on pa ye bo this says, what was your fault for us? No, it's a strategy. Meanwhile, being to me for DBA member board, Japan say, "O quiet and what ye ABCD." Yeah.
I don't say, may not be issue with Japan.
Yes.
Me issue I'm one say, Okoyo operation can overrate you. And yes, can overrate fear wako.
Yes.
But, Honorable Mahama Yarega.
Yes.
Ejina floor of Parliament.
Yes.
A patcho.
He had no business. If I were in the NDC, if I was a member of the government, I would have sacked him as the majority. It would have been instant.
But also one patch.
No.
Let's also a consultation.
What consultation? Does it work within the national security?
Oh, really?
No, it should give us a break.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, apart from Yamia, I said, Danyami, oh, Kumase.
Yes.
But you did 2 minutes so, and I say, you crash and go for being sir. They see things. They are privy to certain information. Such as here. And to more act on information. Now, Bahama Yarga, you were not briefed totally. I dare check around this way, speaker say propaganda. Now, on small be I say, one call your friend say, Kerovrata. Now, Kerovrata, Ephraim, say, it tells you say and you be national security you may be a part of the national security but there are certain operations require more money and you go then you draw the whole national
it has been captured though by parliamentary
if I were the president and a member of the I would have sacked him that very day he made that
really
day. Yes, because you see what he did was to bring the entire administration to ground zero. That's the national security. Because me, I am monitoring the national security 24/7 to know say omo betie Ghana mra so. I am not going to sit down so omuntia to be a fan so. But in the same way, no, you can also not intimidate the national security. Yama or man in weak. Let the state be weak, and all of us will be weak. And openly. And Rantia Waha Eya Galam say, Omu to me chisoja ni no more bono. Are you a Ada some Rantiano, ebe Tiaguesono. Do you expect so Jenny so better babaji? Because gradually we are reducing their confidence. That is what we are doing to this national security. Japan and its people. Every day I know Japan. Why do they single out Japan? Because you need Japan national security. Tell ye lambaste national security na. Ye lambaste omunya. I don't know go single out Japan. Because for be margin. And when they're from the MPP alone. Within the NDC now a big target in the position now occupy no. The money look so bad, and at the end of the day, near Pamde floor, and fast one command Benya free so say Ebia Wabuama, ye seek a be a codi di basa, ye babajero, near Lusus Adian. And you think it's good?
Nadebia, yes, you could use it as a carane no. One more position I bejiska, my for disca, and be before. I know you may worry me. All the time you might feel because I
Munya say 41 and I say 41.
Gazette results.
Yeah, can't you mention 41 on me?
One more day. Mrs. Hassan with the Debia, Remember. I don't and that's what
William Songo, eyebrows bunny. Oba NDC bet be winning. We know Kakwesa Mike cry. The very double Bob, but I'm saying Kion that me winning less way. Because of a week, so weak, so weak. That one, so weak. For interest in Tino Macofana Besuani Monimguasiano. But the truth of the matter is the same. I was say a born national security woman. You're born more no me what is right.
Okay.
You can't no man quanko diaba. And your mabem and son and the two MPP first. Galamsey, corruption, your friends are trumu, and your human. Now, what's about what promise with Ora and Amewa? Cathedral and Cran account, mobile, more the hard village aba. I quote, check it.
Checklist.
One buy will be cathedral. You know, who buy out a hard village. There's a politician, they don't learn. Can you say, yeah, take it? What's it? Ora, operation recover all. Timothy may transfer or what this cannot. You two and a more, I didn't tell us a problem with. And how this can be? Now, me Tiamo say, I'm panning and pass a cabinet do boy. She can't have far away one shabby crowd, man, hider. Now, what bad number 2 what I talk about politics,
okay.
Where do you seek? Unquanko face was. Yes, San was here, politics. Otia say, when go for be a team, and you arrest all of us. Ebia Muslims or Muslim bombi.
But I know the Sasa now. I'm not for the market. Much the umbachi, I don't get.
I want to the SOIC Johanna.
One was containers behind that.
You
never a channel upon a man. Now it's yet one containers 1,000 and Bagana, let's help us as I'm saying now, Nambitia, not by my way, no. Well, you are telling me, say, me feel crack of a match as a free war. No crowd so bad. Now we say containers over 1,300 and something containers. Bakubia worth about $500,000. What's the IRF report? What sort of stupidity I can't go in here? I don't get it. Say, what's it? Container. Hey, containers, pot. Ayira.
Mark, why have you collapsed?
Okay, hi, I did that. Solomon Wusu, I am member of your movement for change. And if I saw the appointment in my say, Microphone Evans say, may I microphone a big coy, Evans and coy. As you say, may just say, Evans a bit to me. Yes, I'm good. Okay, Torchlight is in here on 800.9.
Point savings and loans sika krabia wo mu gina wo mu na so pampe na awieye mre yi mu a wanhwe ya na sika krabia bi ede asokwa ada na wachinchin nti ene sese wunya sika krabia bi ti se best point savings and loans omuda so a adwumaden atoto sika sem amano awie peye na enhyehyɛ pa wo mu ewo mo customers ye bocho na foforo kra wo mu ede aba monten best mobile banking na kyerese bank no na wo ye no wo phone no so no enu nti se si ade se yesa line tintintin anase wo se wadachi wo sika krabia hode eni hobio na ani kasem mako eka ho ne se wo betumi asend sika asan agi sika wo phone so wo betumi asan atua wo bills ebi etese DSTV Go TV Star Times, Empo electricity bill, any water bills in Yinano. Who bet me at your every phone so while bra would baby edge na won't pay way at the end of pay. And unti, ye hear me say, Ube account our best point savings and loans. Na who we are now what dial *277#. Now would demogra. Washi, banking aye for sanu. Best point savings and loans. Ya makofa best mobile banking aba. Jimmy so say, wo phone ni usika suni.
Best point savings and loans. Best point savings and loans. Your dream, our business.
Best point savings and loans to scheme no boama ejumaifu siesi kakra. Edinya dwetire kese ewo dada anana wotwese kese edwumedie mu. Ye ejumaifu ayatete omo beba abeji osika no. Asem den say, susu a wotunti, wutimi jibusia mo ho prensa. Ensi ho ne wo fom na eye kokko kra se obenya bosia free yen ho. Koyen branch bia ben wo na kwaje wo de. Best point savings and loans. Your dream, our business.
Senators should not present.
Need FM Neo.
Radio Mwakwa Bedi Bandit 100.9 Torchlight Sunye. Evans Samoy, a member of the NDC communication team. Evans, Mwakwa Bedi.
That's
right, that's right.
So we say send any ma person. You see Ghana. I'm a Ghana ye crab.
Okay.
Enti ama man muso we blaster cry. What has changed? The same coach.
Evans.
Evans. Yes, me too.
NDC for me too move on.
You.
I know maybe you have more fun yet politics. And it's saying Ghana Black Stars. The same say no pet any ADM Sakaka cry it unite here. But I go buy into Black Star why you say. What shall I say? Can I say a shall see Jigua? The same so born and the Bebomo. Media Macam say form fuel. Eye form wo amanyo ni bi ode beye amanyo sembia na toto nsuya de na dwen wo form ma me papa wa de be wo de be amanyo so wa dwen wo form ma me etu say mobile ye be program so form go no e kosoro kaka no go my president mama wa to me so boa because me makan for years and me ba hey me program so over 7 years ni am ye adwuma wa ha form go wo de be amanyo say masa you don't know what you are talking about so that's it 80 ye maintain wo Ghana Black Star and now we for radio so bia NDC communicator and a Black Star
and yes no
someone na ekoto from that here yeah the sense of bonus so be bomb
yes and yes bia NDC for e de ho
okay
be ye fe e ye ninje Ghana Black Star nda so hina afiri ho na Ghana for kra yentumi anko Africa Cup of Nation. We have changing coach. Yen changing way. Within a short time, nyame adom near Massisa. Okay, yen friend him nyame Christo. Ewo Christo adoma waya Emma Ghana Black Stars is here no. Kone nim no.
Yeah.
Enti Christo na yede enumnyam ebe mano. Enti enye se bia NDC but in our era na yehu sade no.
Jale phone farmer producers na mo receive ma. Edede.
Enti yen friend nyam Emma Christo ewona ba efese say blaster team ya lose Africa Cup of Nations ye gina fa kwa win 5 outside yetumi awini 3 oh inti yemfa num nyama kristo now to say the environment the tension a few kra na ye implement our first budget statement no tension na kofom inti and it is technically it is true finance is like information assimilation investor ne say because of that the confidence that it inspire on my investors ba mfise sadie no na bua emasumdi aba mempa ebone say will translate this confidence no into work and the 4 years mandate na dia ma president Mahama ne ndis no ye bewie no na ye fe na eya kono na ye economy na enya good grounding me I still preach say the fundamental Dr. Baumia was preaching we haven't addressed them yet obaye no when to me anya wo hwe jan hwako what are we doing about the fundamentals of our economy chunk of our consumptions are import niema ye betumi ya kuko funu kwa ye de ba ahwede sugar aye dua no central region be you ye to sugar ye import sugar somebody was saying uko India they have over 60 sugar factories ye de ba akopeyura Mahama wienti ojane ho ba ya ba no I hope see be wie sa sugar factory yes biom asuchore sugar factory at least Ghana nya be 2 sugar factories to the extent that we can export sugar about that's addressing the fundamentals of our economy tomatoes are enche kwa na import tomatoes onion onion ni import onion these are the basic things of economy we can do to generate income revenue and create jobs for our people and I think say a honey area says see a may niko say ye betumi aye ebema Ghana ye fefefe ebema Ghana so ye ho atoya de ho that's my stake but me fentia emu do emayura Johnson esedin ketia the national chairman of our party na me fentia mayura John Dramani Mahama the president of the Republic of Ghana na mintia eja sepanyanke me wo fa paninu no na mintia watiefo
okay so the fight say yede eje ome mami William Sango Willie
menua
emo akwabo
meju so menua be ma
I want to say
say ya sorry a enya hwade abahai lecture say nyame oni edi ni yi enti Ghana for nso nim say ye president John Dramani Mahama nema ya kono kire say ye si ye kan kire omo ebinum tumi ba me fiam say mo kan yo ni efi say yibufu but ene ye hu say ya no ye hu say nkwala na ya ka kire mo say ye be ma mu aponchi kakra no Mageri
yes
aponchi kakra no nko school no ye o nkwala na twen say aponchi kakra live soup no ebe baso live na eja omoda betu social media na ye nyina ya boy sem e da ma president John Dramani Mahama ba emma ye inti Ghana for omanu mo hu school registration so and I me banner friend me from school or say so betu bi aban ntuane nyina inti mi betu bi inti
registration
come on betro SHS on betro final year no aban ntuane nyina inti semi kososo inti no so
first na aban
aban
yes so say menye propaganda
no asi mi be soso 400
send us so 2 soso
400 cedi aban etua about 1200 or so and yes mi be tua me soso
that's how for to be
na me say eno na Ghana for eno na Ghana for the back kai na do dankwa kufado any MPP aban otmase enti ye darade ase say omaya hoade a na nwumre ya bebe tra enti
ma member tam bi kakawa
okay
mesrew asem na menua ne ka no menji ni say no kure
okay
mesese me de free SHS coordinator no number be mawo na wa frɛ no wa bisa no say no kura NDC has voted enough resources for the free SHS free SHS no NDC be more better
enti registration no mu
ntua bia as far as I know ochina be call no office I also like to confirm say
and some urban school
o me samet me nim samet me abo school ni dia
and some more better
enyumre ya na call no
call na message
o frame me
No, me say registration now.
A letter.
Yeah, from me from school, so me to us or me to us.
But if you're not official, so I will for I'm buying cars.
Boom. Boom. I don't tell more information. All the time I hear the chairman. Old man say, it's boom. Because now you no cry woman. Old man say because me can say, maybe school being so I'm a quiet. Say, PTA say you better PTA. Near what by me na fair. Doctor Napo, I'm going to say, Papa. Yes, you better PTO. It is hard now. See, and you trim and answer one person better PTA. No, you chow. And now the next day, no fire letter. Am I in a who toy? Into ways me daba. You check it with all the schools. Say, is it true? And you may ask my child school. One school did. All time I'm different. Come check it. Near say, Ebia Obino person did you? Obino person did you? Near whom? Now just say you chum.
Sir, registration. I'm going to be 400.
Yeah.
Me person me to grandma say not Kitidua on a coordinator for free SHS. Information about out to say yes say nkwada entuesika. As far as I know, I don't know. And if they can
make sure
any clarification because MPP full per you come back 2020. You are not coming back 2020.
I know the end of the
You are not coming back 2020.
Whether Obi is coming back or not.
You are not coming back. Okay, no way. But Modia not chere mu ma yentiase say because the government make enough budget. We are going to make the FSS better than it is.
And then I'm saying,
we have given enough budget.
Aponchi krakano nkwala na itwe aponchi krakrano.
Okay. Yanka aponchi krakrano.
Me follow.
Asa be na muka John mama so be
me follow na ye bisa.
Okay.
Mama say seven through Evans.
Minia.
Kwanya approach aban no ehwe. Abandada mufuo nipa bia omususu say o man sika form say. Etio.
Ma memo Dr. Ayenini attorney Jamemo Nabaso. As a politician myself and as a person, I believe in that spirit and I believe in that nature. Say we have to be diligent in our work. And sometimes some independent institutions you allow politicians, not necessarily politicians, certain personality to influence you. Something like the Chief Justice, something like the Electoral Commissioner, something like the IGP. See the post in Mawa. It has to go through a process. Nipakono Jinahon is that just like a representation of the state of Ghana. But you no better on your and you no better. Fine, through him, you have gotten the opportunity. But that doesn't make sense. Your integrity, your professionalism should be put in a play, should be taken for granted. And to Dr. Ayenini approach, I commend him. Me bona baso. I like the spirit, not necessarily the work, but the spirit, the zeal, that transparency. Me bona baso. And I urge him to do that. He went further to say, so who went this abam? Now we be a baba foul. I support that call 110%. Me say me opportunity. I am not going to steal money. I expect President Mahama betua mekaye amani siko de be mameno asumidi. Because my Christian principle, he doesn't guarantee say maintenance office na me ska. It doesn't guarantee say maintenance office na me dubious collection. My only strength, my backbone is Christ Jesus. Say me dey wienen throw ekawa. Ebede na papa na obo machi dom. Oka machi dom, oka me hono, obedi machi. Make we say. Inti let me commend him and urge him on. Say ekwan bia so. Nipa bia wafa mine sika a emfata. Ofa ne mra no onfa to mra kwan so. No nya adwuma no oma Ghana ending ho. Over thousands years of creation. Look at where Africa we are. Here baby Ghana yete. Even after independence. Here baby ye man ewom. Ni here say the leaders mpanifo ye you omo say omo hwe man so no emfa sika ejapade ne ya ye de man nya me de man say ye emfa nya man ho adwuma no ye emfa nya ne saa. Ne ye de afefafa baby efa. Ne ye President Kufuor enim ho hwe. yewura buahene suban ne nkro ne nsem oye President Kufuado will not sunshine it and will not be passed a your core officer kwana ka wie sika and I say go and do dubious activity it we end this
but Aden so na we can say no chrono say we on live radio ade no afi na nsem na ba 20 general crack no or can say me say criminally why you say but is that the way to go Aden nipa no ye nya mo no ko edo ye nya charge
let me do that statement say I am prejudging him
yes
but I like the zeal I like this and I expect every politicians that's my kind of politics that's those who knows me himself that's how I am me wo point we tua me ka the only thing say me pay ni ya me ka so masa me pay ni ye me pay ni ye mami that's what I asked for but to the extent say me ko say me kwa ke wi aba sika de no for me because my conscience and my Christian principle will not justify that so I asked you Ryan say you should go on the only aspect are MPPs are criticized say he has come to the public domain but you started it per his comment and which say in some crazy Bank of Ghana there I see that on to say a fair marking you are fair marking the Barbonte nobody would have known it no one can say before no that they are Barbonte no so Ababonte or Barbe Chechim they are talking about the raid or see he has a video to that effect but they are quite foot to and person made my MP before now no any bad say the leadership of Mukwasiano that is his principle that is his character and throwing that you will go for the fee say and that never more win election so people try to learn from him look at genuine man like Baumia he later became that sort of thing to the extent social media was calling him a liar meanwhile it's a well-trained personnel an economist. It's at the end of the day, look at where the country was led to. Look at the economics mix they created. To the extent inflation went as high as 54%. Unprecedented, means see that. And the film market, say, Crofunu Yesika. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, say, a soldier for Nimpe group or Monamno, Omo Husika, Omo Yesika, Eddie Ashaimfa. Can you imagine? Na ya woka sembia. Fatu sonye ni say asemna mekano can you hold water just to blackmail them because that's how you learned from the leadership at the time you came to meet in throning dada but one kasa wukasa asem fatu sonye say asemya meka say nkrofo na kofio omuka wiesika can that be possible because enye nipa ba ku na yofio nti oba kasa nipa mi ye fisika na hihye ho can that be possible enti yewura ye ne adwuma na oye no me pona baso me crash na mentias why should they disconnect the CCTV camera and no my yet say enye CCTV camera no obeye yo obetu hard drive no hold they needed that one for an information and was part of the assignment omobabeye so there was nothing wrong about their activities they went for a warrant so they are going to a due process. They apply all the legal due processes, no, and it's well to be commended for. And me boy Ryan in Abaso. Now Mr. Another thing occurs so many just say he believe in pre-bargaining arrangement because it's a constitutional provision. Even if it's not constitutional provision, what the neck to prison and then obenya. Ye pesika affixé kwan na aseno. Ye pesika akutua free SHS na minua ka sesi ese ne ba entua 400 nti enu nti anka enye se MPP ko opposition masoma ma ba ne via be ka chese wo se o ma ye ko opposition na ye se e mantua no we need money to go and pay those fees nti I believe in the pre-bargain arrangement say mono nkrofo ne nka so mbe dia tum so mbe tua ye ngi sika no na ye ma asomdwemra. That is my part.
Okay, Willie?
Minya.
Yes, sir. Was that some go for Mokasa? It's one of most institutions here allowed in your judgment.
Agere.
Yes.
And you may bet ya I hear for on Facebook. Na ye chia etiefo. Na enweche so ye bet ya o kan ko sat fo nyina. Na ebi nso kɔma me krom lower manya krobo no aso to be precise kolenya me chia mo nyina weekend me kɔ hɔ me do mo ase se na mo gye me tu ma mo ne me nam ne ma kwakɔ nyina kyese youth no especially no aso youth no me do mo nyina ase things say support no was massive nyame enyo mo kese na me chia me former MP Honorable Ahmed Atta nyame onye ne kese na Chief Abet Edubuahin former CEO Metromas and you may be owo bia me chia no nyame onye ne kese Magje mini kasa okai nyina no eye kasa ebi wo hɔ a me gitum mfa no so ebi wo nso wo hɔ a me feel say me nso wankɔ ne yie see Magje me da bia me ka say kronobo ananse enukradie a eni ye bibifo ye mo especially ye nganamfo no haye intermediate Magje se meti hoyi ye bibia na ye bedi nukra anka media me gitum enti se ye time na nanado dankwa do apuni power no kakra ma na ya ma position bi na bi a ufa sa position no sebi na ukofa Ghana for sika na eno de aban sankan wa me emfa me ho because eno de me ade a me mpekra because Magje de bia me kansas ye di no kra yenso ha me yebetimi adane a hat is America oduma se me ade ba kwa da makuma so ne se obi ye adwuma na fe na obe save sika 2 years 3 years asano de according dan dan no se nya ne dia o within 2-3 years no na sa sika ne nyina ahye adan ne yensi dan ni bebre na nka affordable house ye biem bebre na nka nipa ne beje no timo a onim say after 10-15 years no e dan na abeye ni dia. But you see the government can only do that when bebre won the coffers mo and Magje ye nyina ye nim say Ghana politicians bebre ndi no kre intermediate ye chi obi na there's clear evidence say anipa no ade a waye ni a me fa so papa ye fa nko no ntwa ye sika maye nye se ye fa nko keke o ba o ntwa ye sika maye because sabi enu anwumre me ko fa obiche bi lamte runabout na me hwe na nado dan kwakufo ado ni sanu adwuma Magje na above 5 o'clock na kazi ko hwe omo kokolibu wa fasuro ho o fa no wa fase na omunya ho nyina no traffic no na mi de na me say chale ye me na ebetimi a Ghana yi o ba ne nyina ebe gyina se ye be di nokre Magje I keep saying say uko sectors bebre o hwe companies a wo Ghana ha no expatriate a mo hwe so no Magje enye omo dia o but omo di nokre onim se bosum wo a ye si miketia nie me baby a medane ebia ka bia me yusu nie ekrisani pa no o make sure say oye ne yiye nti oye ne yiye na venzen faso ba ana profit ba na ya kan say okay profit aba nti wo so sa profit na aba no dimu 200% na fa hye ho na wo so ho aye den aye o de na company na ekonim na me I keep saying say company bi am na ejuma company no because of nyama omuye any the kind of trust ye di start ejuma no emi de say company no emu abiama ena nipa bebra ba den abanya ejuma no bi eye odmase so I keep saying say si ye di no clear yensu ye betimi abie companies bebre sabi o sika ya si abrante ya afai Magje na say am pass wa fast asika na ka Magje sa asika no betimi abie company be 4 and 5 odmase ama youth na omo ye de sika o ejuma wo no sa youth no ombenye ejuma no bi aye den aye intermediate se ukofa aban sika na aban sankan wa eno de wa ujejereje eno de me bekan bi with clear evidence and power ya eno de uwi aban sika anya aban kwan sika me tax ametua no boso wu na me hwe tax ametua no na nya tax kitwa enti se obi be fa sa sika no e de akogu ni bottom na oni ni girlfriend akotwa spede dia ewo Dubai eno de me mfa so odman se but enti say more opportunity na odi no kra oman no ebekọ n'anim. And I keep saying say only politician bebre na bebre to me catch you say o achede kra Marjorie say politician who decide say o mfa onsam bo abansi gemu a achede kra to me ma oyeyi nti aden o ya ta yi ana ubenya achede nyina echi na bia abansi kanso ananse resource bia ye de ahye sem say fanko ye adwuma emmoa oman no emmoa ganafo no na wo de akogo account mu ana wo de unu obi kwa ko dino nyafo o yes na ye nyina na oyeden odi yenya nti media I support any government obeka say obi diska and clear evidence na nipa no ya cheno na ya diska no free ni sema media ebe media but sana Marjorie okay say ani amu ba be ye dede na after 3 months 6 months 1 year no ye ntehwe bi mu ana because ene ye hu say friend say ya papa ya oji judgment deputy your friends ngura ba ko wo yome yeah say no onam kra na o che say o ye ni nema gidigidi meanwhile sa sika no ontwan weye nti as asemna ana nyentia ye ko chi obi no there's obi so the clear evidence che say sa sika no so tia sa nipa no sabi ontwan weye o so sa o ko chi obi fofo. What is the evidence? Enti anase oba be just to make sure say o de be bria ni so. Now you need to bria. Then just say ya forget ya na. And no ena ye me how say the way Attorney General now all kasem now ono ebu before. Now ono ma judgment no. And no na dey hardwen. Say obaka say ena ye nkochi obi. Yenkochiuji Attorney General the umma friends order say police never kochi announce BNI announce NBI or so whatever they have changed the name to NIB amuna police for le kochi nepa but while be jran now we then wa kesa umma and my say and wa bunipa no for na oni nipa no enko court here you may see something that be american will be say otimi hu bibi obefo say oh we true but e bia ye betran trance ni a chechirem kire wo no no ahu say enya sa na net most of the time I tell auditors obi ba ohun say obi ohun bibi a o no feel say bibi krono bi akoso but obi nso wo ho obi say say na ba ne say na say o chenum o chechirem mu wi a no ohun say enukre de bi eden e wo ho so Marjorie emne na ye wom any nema NDC for a year no me na me hu no say omo ba be social media work ni say omo ba be de kwa omo magana for results bia odman say and a basana a be hard because media I am saying and I'm saying it again say o fa aban sika anya aban sika me sika wom Marjorie say to ka won hu tax a wotua no wa o yem pre say hey say na me tua odman say enti se obi be fa sa sika no no kwa ane ni group in enem hu obi post on social media I say most of the time no wealthy family maybe no most of the time na once a while and I said sometime pass no mo obi a obokro no wo mo family no and o me den onya sika de be family no then living on that you know what was a chrono bono because of your attitude and obi be me then akotrosa. So for me it's a no area. Say o be fa usika akobo aban futrum now you think say I will come and support you. I will never do that. And no there konakoshipo I will never do that because me I want us to leave a legacy. Say the unborn generation no mo ba no ye plan bia ye di nema egu ho ama a omo be bread say na ye nu ye den ye bre ne no uko friends Rwanda high na president sit down obi a president so on village ground person better mad house mu old man say those are the things we have to think san nyem no na see it minjema ye krofo no mo so mo hu ntom at least oni adwuma ye kra no baby da no baby kakra obedi no atare 1 or 2 bi obehia I think say pressure no beba from kakra old man say but it is because say ye ndi no kra and bebre no ye fanya sakwan bi so ne ye dia wia enyamfo ma old man say ne ye dia wia ganamfo na fe de ye di no chom na ko say nipa na onu eye dwuma obabi a odi no kra say me pese company yi konanim na obi nso nya bi mbeye ana na sa nipa na ko say onu de oni onye smart sa nipa na ko say oni ma konta Old man say, which is very bad, and no na hard, you know. So, I'm not a woman dear. And this is for Abba, Miss Selmo, on makes sure that you man on Ben ye, and yes, some barber to papa so. Investigation, what he. I get the moment I the bad bunting, or the num social media, or the num media nomina. Oh, my man for the opportunity to punch holes. Old man say, until when you think, say, Obey Bibia, ye did your investigation, naturally, not concerning concert, na me who say asonic on, near Jessica. Old man say, Nasa, gimmicks in settings, idiot, Miss Romo, I'm not ready for it. And there, I'm not ready for it. I'm just as settings, no. You embrace my social media, and you can say, ye bibiama. Meanwhile, you know, say, do fear, Sakis, no guy, when you're there, I buy an obey won't be beer. Sa e tricks, no. Omuni enjoy, omu coming, say, omu chubia, omuchini. Now, as I would do, I go say, friends, Jama or Kochi Bela or the Nizano or the Prepper or the Prepper. Now, Bela no, so no, no, John, no, Old man say, and yes, no. Yes, send this for Sanya Manu, Omunjaye. Obeka, making sure so clear evidence, making sure any panel watching every with evidence. Old man say, nah, so a sonic go, I want to mean your way. Nasa, Niaman India, Japan, yes, pa media, Ghana for Sika there, Yenji, Emma Ghana for near Fanya Ghana ye. Na Ghana, the infant to my pamphra. So I mean, okay, I feel no Babeka say, I'm on by a rice factory in this animal. NDC, Munamaton State Enterprises. And then having a Baba can say, Mobile Miagosi, Mongo Yesi, Rice Factory. Nanado Danko Kufado, Moon Confina Matonia, or Status OCB, Mabai, Moon Twaso, now one this one factory, no, any Juma, Nagana for young Faso, Old Mase. Ain't he? Say Nana, when Abam Hunso say, Mobile factories are, Eda send me another don't fado no na the right is in the right direction and to move back faso na o man no den afane to my pefra magjerry media na me work can say can dia omoji a omoji ni me pegi mis bia say ye ba be ye dede ni ye dede no wia na yakoda na Ghana for ahonkyere no e da so ye den e wo ho eno dia ya pa ho ye sere mo pa me da se
onso me da se Forward fa Facebook need 100.9 FM. Need 100.9 FM. Neno ena obi send say Mimbisa Evans said the name Tamaklo. Ono so the case no. And this for yen Daniel Ofosua koma say Ghana pa die. Felix Gayomi or say champion solo more fire. Sadat Mohammed is watching us live. Saranson and Comensa Dome Peletu. Or say, let's build MPP party together. Inshallah, we want to recapture power 2028. Regards to Hajia Afia Mohammed. Dennis Afeni said, Dennis Afeni, and that's it. Message, you know, they are mankind, and I'm not going to reply you. All right, but yeah, a year. So far, the fight against illegal mining. President Akase Obia Obebana Belmone dear. There's no way. Say Ubenya Huakwa mining. Yeah, intended that Evans. Anna.
So rhetoric was part of a Akufo-Addo administration. But you can see practicality of the fight against Galamsey in NDC government. And yet President Mahama Ekun, the institutional head, EP, Minister of Lands, Minister of Environment, they are the people who are in charge of the environment and they have to lead that charge. Now that's what we see. NDC are buying ISS, so we NDC ni penny and NDC member also beg Galamsey fear buying them. But I also have a worry, say, Nyame the gold na chair. How do we extract it? At the back we have not come to consensus about say gold na ye free Ghana Gold Coast. According to Minister of Finance, about 1.2 billion gold was smuggled out of this country last year. billion. It's more than the 3 billion that we are going to take from the IMF. How do we see those potholes? Obviously, Togo is now the marketplace for gold. Me kaisa me ya kwara kwam de bi ko ho. Me confess ka won almost easy. Well, let's look out. Ye benya ekwan ye befa so gold na nyame ade a che no. Ye befa so abstract gold no. But one thing which is unnegotiable, any forest mining, special river bodies. Forest mining, the me feel say forest ni gold wo ho. And as a normal to metin so say nkroma baby sawo no o ma ye dua nia just to protect it. And if there's any reason why we think say there's gold at this place, we want to do something about it. There should be a proper analysis. There should be a proper technical geological analysis. But say near ya ebeboa. Okay, ye nya gold do we say. In the ebebe say be too sad near na ye to ye we reclaim the land and replant the trees. Fine, but you get haphazardly. Near kase ye kun galamsey for just fighting against galamsey. Gold na sha assassination. Ebe ye den na ye tumi eyi. Eyade a say ye nya ho mre na ye dwendwene ho to say ye economic forum, to say ye educational forum no. Let's have a dialogue. Let's analyze the issue of gold resources of Ghana. How do we get them out there? How do we use them? How do you extract them for the benefit of the people of this country? How do we do about it? It's mama yen no. But as much as concern near abane ye no is on its way. And this say and maybe told me a first soldier for no mu kum nipa. Oh, Operation Galam stop. They were shooting, killing people. Well, now what you can see say EP director, chief executive of EP, Professor Kruche Nanama Otu, Minister of Lands, Nema Omoye. Well, it is not the president who will come out and say, Madam President is who, but the institutional heads. This now boils back to leadership. It is the leader that will command the Minister of Lands. For modest obey say manayi. I didn't know when you say EP environment. What are you doing? Environmental science of whatever ministry. Then moye. Inti me stress say leadership of those various institutions they should act on behalf of the state. Galami say ni there. Me recommendation. My view say yempe kwanya gold na nya media chair no. Ye betumi eyi ama ho abamfa so ama timamfo no. Yempe kwa ebetumi eyi ne ye tu ye develop ye man no hwe nipa ba okogaram se ya oba bibia na asem bia kato no ato yenchi bia ka bi kra hwere no kwa ekwan mercury the way omo apra mercury now it's the duty of the state to find out to how to help the citizen to protect themselves. It's
a president statement, you know, it can be on the fight against illegal mining.
Yes. President Mahama have shown clear leadership say he disagree with illegal mining. And he doesn't want any of his appointees to associate with illegal mining. But me, Niame can say, how do we extract the gold? The president have provided leadership. He has charged the necessary institutional head. He said, because the cost of Galamsey is enormous. When you quantify even the cost very well, it's more than the benefit of the gold. Because water, Ghana water say he has doubled Sika S or the Pilifens, you know. He has doubled it. Now, Sabi, he will transfer to the final consumer. I are here, and when you are related diseases and sicknesses, the cost of treating them is a huge the government part. Into fighting the Galamsey is on cost, and it's very good that we have to push in that direction. Near say Galamsey, we have properly reform it. In so many no. Forest no. Sometimes cocoa credit sikabrel. Now crofo etu cocoa no egu from say on person mutuko. Ni say we don't have a proper procedure of extracting the gold. Elsewhere they have got modalities of extracting the gold. Mama ye say mine. Ye befa kwan ye be hu say ye gold ye nyame dia che. E kwan be na ye betumi afa so. Eyi ne dia abo mine. Na hu say crofo ko Galamsey. No na say omo ani ji hu adwumanti. Ebi o ade chi no anko galamsey be de no adidi. As much as we are looking at stopping them, we have to looking at creating jobs, which I have confidence in this government say we are going to pull up jobs. You be creating Duma Magana Mrantie and you be even the confidence that we have expressed in the system is more than job creation. When it's Adriano so wasum dia, it can create the good environment for itself. And the Galamsey fight is on course. But I see demand say let's find a way of extracting gold na media mine. We have set up gold board. The objective of the gold board is to buy the gold. Na manu enya home faso. Na yankasa, how do we extract the gold?
Okay. Meda say Samuel.
Yes, Minio.
Oma panyin say oma obi amana be mu say what oba be to mining. Enye illegal mining no. E just say this oba mu cry so oba be mining. Ebra o di bi ona be.
Mageri. Then yenti da. Omo opposition, omo si omo ba ben man.
Then yenti fi wan o.
Omo ba ben man. Oh, Galamsey dia omo stop no kra.
No omo go say. Well, mama.
3 months in government.
Mageri.
3 months in government. Who chief of staff? Not the mind.
Chief of staff, baby, you be a more continent. Yes,
Omo opposition. Omo no sabi. Kate. Oh, omo baya nanado na tu Galamsey. Omo baya Galamsey no. Omo stop no. 3 months ne woman afempo na ye more. Say oti abrante bi ojo FM asare don call said then. Erasto. Yee. Nema abrante ni yidi ba no. Just Canada do time no cry. Afen na man for tune with vim. Magja ohun fight ba ko bia. Galamsey for omni ba ko bia say no party chairman. Na who bone dog say mu na that's the green soldiers. Mu ba say mu ba stop here from. Oh man sir. Okasa no me din. Ala okasa na ga old video na ka wa kan say old video. Na abranche yi asop police for soldier for kon say hini ha. When a mom that ahwandi ni say mo mra ha say mo de mo ba be fight Galamsey. Ono no you in charge nti sabi say party leadership no ana ni tini ho na sa na eba no. So no to me prevent soldier for from say mining. Now on to me say how you in territory. Into who ball running territory ma magje o ya soldier ni kra cover permission them na. Chobrano no science. As constituency chairman Zaramon Kwade Abani territory. That is how we have reduced ourselves to everything politics. Ya di bibia politics ya ko hwa ko kanchire mo say. And this is for ko hwa ko kanchire mo say. Omo de omo ba ombe mo kwan ato. And then atu good no pa. Enti amanfo nso de ahwandin akoye adwuma ma wa wini o wini wia o say Galamsey munjai Galamsey ka ye buso jafo no nye obi na ka chem so munjane ja o ka akra enti magderi ndc die nya omudua no eno na omutwa no waka kire obi say emfio bia obianya obia o de to abama ye ba ye be mam kwan etu o ba ye nso a uzo ba be prevent omu. Do you even have the moral right? And they munjai I say papa and I say mamia ni baya de on timi nkan munjai me buy die ya de na ya na obejai nso obetwen kakra nsa o sa na end this for it is say no ni moral right the po go catch the microphone say munjai Galamsey no because oda ye campaign ema end e boa nti sabi o hwe nyama esi no a media I keep saying say Galamsey enya adepa. And if you look at areas na omutu Galamsey ni nyina no omusu nsem ni and even akra here akra magderi sometimes obi piper nsu na eba no this o dwane
anya papa
dayo ni nyina free ye Galamsey and ebedu time bia me can say omu ye everyone say government enti prevent omu from Galamsey ya ebedu time bi onyani na ono this ka de be import water no onu na yare be kono odumase eno ene hydrogen no eno ntina na say nyomu ka kire opposition no. That is all we are demanding for. Mo prevent mo stop 3 months achedodo 3 months achedodo me say ɛno nti na sɛ oyɛ odi no ma Ghana for to abatia ɛna me say Ghana for to abatia yɛ sɛ o si obe prevent wo na obe prevent e ka prevent here what about 3 months after na
so be na ni
oh le wa hin o da nti kona ko join news wo da ko police join news na hwe ne ma e koso wo enti NDC any events there ni omo ni man say ombe dede but to get a job done no there ebo mo say sebi just obo akoko enti NDC for there yenim say eye dede kwa dede na omo ye no omo no they are omo timi ye ade e dey win power but omo win power ni we are how to prosecute that agenda no na ye problem e dey among enti Ghana for enim say NDC for there ka by this time they can ensure no udu show no now the cap we me eno say what sabi now e den onum but enim say ene no e stand be trans studio abe kan galam say asem because I promise somebody mind any name o ka kire no we least expected say NDC for 3 months in government no I na 25th of March no still they will be fighting Ghana I feel no almost 30 committees any nema and sana omo the direction to go so it tells you say they have no plan omudi winning about one just to make sure say throw dash into the eyes of Ghanaians just to make sure say be winning all right and this is here omuni PBI je ni kutre ye mama kwa metio for so 030 2257902 03022579002 and 0302243 540 0302243 540 na menu adwenche na nim yewo yenua baabi wo ha ye frɛ no eye akuya free entertainment your friends and GH so ade a odi makotene saran so na me wofa adakabre pompo man so the program no okaye ho eno so odi makotene pa na akuya free at the event bi aba okura wo mu ne se we no also ofre no eye Majestic Events and Protocols Ushering Agency ebia wo pe ma wo ho ofe wo di dwuma bi said you obi di ni birthday twa mi na pe ma wo ho ofe no ma sebo ase eyie ne wanya wedding ana wo kwa weekend se me se bi ba me fie ho na wo kwa na pe se ma bi ma me somo a akua free se frɛ no 0242 907 335 0242 907 335 and 055 8574 989 055 8574 989 it's a misro bomodin say when eye Majestic and we know eye Majestic Events Production Majestic one be ma ho fe pa na o ma serve dwumadi bi a pese wudi bia na etimi akoso numbers na me dey atudwa no o ma den say o be fresh search numbers now ne akua free akasa ye kwa ama no so na memfa eye metiefo me ba cho ma jo me wa jo okay you free on yes I tell
Majale na pom tese
na me do mako
oh na o fast no se ogusu ye
ade
fast no akilia no
me ye pa
yo we are na obegim pai bowo national keep ma mo no wati
yo
no wa sra wati
yo
Majale mamentia mi amemento ona bo jombodu wonu se ye de no ko national chairman
minim
oh ene ma bo amanye se jombodu na wa ye general secretary agima oye no na amanfo omo se da ho agima no wo se ye yi no si pompe ena mo se yes jombodu na branch no no bo agima pa ba se si ade ye be 217 na ye di jombodu as ya show no mo na ye pepepe check and balance na kesu ana olusu ye di no ko MP awo saba se onimo hono aguna saba onimo o be MP hono mo miti ya be semu Majale One say NDC na what you want mo member say Ghana forces ya omo ya blow mo ati kura nya omo nya duru 1 year o. Agaram say ya se mo ga je say omo dia omo ajo ayi na gwagu boy je wa wadafo. Oni nam say omo be omo o se omo kina say omo ntu omo. Oba obi anu ho be ti ba stop omo. Ya be ma omo afidie kura mo ayi sika kokko no mo. Anya sala oka. Na mu ba ti ma stop o. Sesi ansho kura ya nyabi numo majele. Insho ya sesi amenu kata sesi ya akasua ya wobrono bia ya flo onmo apekuma ekọ blue top nyina dumso ya mutu kania ni ho.
Okay.
Wow, NDC for mo se magima no no. Ye nim se omo ba ya beda sumu. Ghana for mo so din. Ade amohwe no ono na wani ya gele no.
Okay. Meda say mame fa do do majo.
Good evening, Honorable Major.
Yes, I too.
From a bright time because of free Abusokai. No, you bring Yami Shroff of Papa, Lead to my power, yes, or my Ghana and Tumpo. Mamitia, Minia, and this now was to be honorable. I mean, Cano of Papa. Mamitia, Honorable Abolo, and then you bring, if you all be a Yami and Shroff of Papa. Oh, my Ghana, dear. Yamiatum Yanya Excellency John Tamani Mama and the Vice President. Yamami now Opoko Ajima. Emma Mut to Yamai. On say Nanfea Ghana Brasta Afani Tumapa Ifra. They start to say yes go. And then Yamia Duma Ghana Ebeye Galamsea Excellency John Tamani Mama so be fighting. Yamisube Buano Amana fighting. Omute Our pese omugu Excellency John Dramani Mahama our pese obetimi fight Galamsey or be fight ama yensu yes say former government etwemu nanado party yesika our mutu Galamsey say yensu ani ade ene Excellency John Dramani Mahama 82 nyama yiye yeda attorney general so asi say omo ye free say omo yu Ghana sika Ghana Japade no yenya evidence against omo yedi omo be court na agisa miomani na yadi ayo oman Ghana yi enti Excellency John Dramani Mahama emema Ghana abe krabehwe ama ye na you to do do na anya ejuma ye oman Ghana bo
mera se meba to majo
yeah na
yo
imano do no
yo
ne de sango de kakra ne de otima kan ko kakra de bi obo yen ta na ya no omre na na ya ban serious ave mete yan mampen Dramani Mahama ave na samu urusu no ba ya de onso akasa pipe o bi o kan kwara ye peno wo NDC no nomra mi de ni wa register wo NDC na NDC na oba wan de ne oba propaganda ni ale no ya na oba ya to serious and was my dear.
Okay, thank you. So yan to as well majo
Major nyame aso nyenka o
enka o so etio
pacho medin the rose spin of the airways ni wa shama mamisha mebra penyi NDC no nyame nchira no ene ni kasa pa o ka kire yesu mamofo Major attempt me radio when me see me amenuano MPP communicators me biso me ho say nkofu ya omo ba power for 8 good years just mo lose 3 months penny MPP for say Mahama otu Galamsey o on futia Galamsey o on to na mo 8 good years atema mo for dia mamu want to me anye hwe wo ho obi ba 3 months pe mo ye dede enti mo time na mo ye de because mo amukọ for kai say mo pesca ma party no dia party ne yenti mo de mo ntumi nkuntia me nim say Galamsey fight no enye kunkitiwa entumi njai bese say anu brasi enti good leader yanya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama waka say obe fight Galamsey me ware shemu say sa ahimfo na omo wo Ghana ha so mo di no kwede be yeduma ma Ghana omo di omo tuma be wo president Mahama tuma no a omo be tumi akwa atia Galamsey ma Jerry bio enye Galamsey nkwa na ma ni padi o Ghana ha o twese na Galamsey afẹ yenso ene ye 2 pep man kofo 2 years 1 year kofo nyan so Ghana ha 1 week 3 days 4 days ni krofo nya nso ennum enti garanse for no omo nke de ekoso twese na nkofo wo ba basa wo ba na ese wo ba no ne ti be di ahia ne nan be di ayese ni na ye galamse no ese ye nso no enti omo sika omo benya na omo ji hu bet omo ji o man no mesre MPP for omo ka omo no ntum kata ye mo omo 8 years omo amfa anya hwe corruption akoso omo amemu no mesise ma ban antume anjisika na nso ye anjeli omo
right
medi omo ho ya
medan say me fa de odi ho me ba cho be wajo
me jo su kase pa
yetio
wan kaso me be ma ya po ama saman ene ni pete no ba kase fije
me ba cho kase okay mam next one okay majo
good evening
yes sir me pa cho peja won ne so mame
the premise are mi kata manso
okay
nyami sha papa nenso ta MPP ni no wo ho oni ni e ko so o ma on party ni mo ene omo a on play mo de omo kan no kore me communicators so and me ti MPP ni to ono die ni e ko so on be defend ka e du bua hin e mo be defend ka ade no no to what support protection no kan no kore propaganda no em fa de ya mbro mutika ye no muka ye no so mo kan se we de ye na Ghana ye yi ma ye na ye ke Ghana ye na ye do tite e Ghana se ye na so ye
medan say me ba cho me fa we majo
no ma jere no
yetio
ayo MPP for what you said here Mahama Bayi Jamawanya 4 years 3 years in our 30 tikemu any omunyina because say galansi kun and omudi be say Mahama Bayi can say about 3 days of stop obey and omu because omu tomo mu ho dumo omu di wo galansi ho no me na me dunkwa na me free wo hwedie omu je wo dunkwa wa how much to assist often say so ton of in yema a common to cross so see send your man last week I make call me besi oh what no say abrasi kakra enye eyi mu bet abrasi kakra say bisa Ghana water for first we are a draw to edinian issue mu see a ohwa e swat kakra nti first no e den a mama obeti nti mo mfa mo ni besi so na obesi kikano mu kikamu ni omu parliament eterenya eno mu start kikamu afenya
okay medan say last one majo
majo nya
yetio
ye bi mfefi aseraja aya na endi fo oba amba ma integrity oba ya na kase na me aya na oba na omu tuto your friends ngora mu ejumemu no ade na no gansen no timi stop on mama contact in China na impenya do ma wuri obi nto as
medan say ye dey see obi bia ofre bia da was na me kan ho na me shira final comment just 1 minute
person me bisa say bibia nkyere say galamse kura koso eye question na wo magel bisa say President Mahama comment statement and yes there has been any incident say galamse is escalating and galamse koso
o say galamse en koso
me say wona we bisa asem say President Mahama statement no esimi sen na ye chirem but so far so good even without military enforcement insuo no entise ne etino without police enforcement without galamsop task force whatever it is galamse no a modest like the dollar when the government of the day then he has direct connection with the galamse the government of the day then has direct connection of the dollar obi ma himiti say who say Vanguard bifi presidency eko outer e dollar banu edeko die na esi na dollar no ebe fom die na esi aban na nkasa na oye dollar ho adwuma na dollar na omu sika ko ye chemu dollar kwa wo Heathrow airport galamse bibiensi
okay Mate.
As much as one casamon crop na ye gamzeno, a giant, a man sueni ato, Corrivan Cobra Cave. Any other look at other rivers. And get deep to send yet no. Because NDC members are not doing Galamsey. We are not ready to do Galamsey. You per se creative.
When you're ready, and I was the NDC members.
Majority of my party members.
What are you talking about?
Majority of my party members.
Okay,
myself party over 7
William Sango, yeah.
Magere.
Yes.
You see, sometimes a combo and a fight bo odo hu ko sheme na fede wo hu say efun wa na fede ato akika enu bi na INDC for no because in opposition sabi o manu kate o ye ba ya mo dem mo ye within a 2 weeks within a month you will see we just say omo galamse ne de ebejai afede ya ma opportunity a afi na woka je Ghana for so ye ba de sanko bia betimi aye bi enti nya ye kan say emre na ye wo mu no NDC for nema mo keka kire no ba ko pie o hwe omuni ya e say galamse ne de nya de o betin de etimi aye on bibia because mo na mo call village o nyame na me di mo call yo mo na mo talk car mo talk fu egu mo car mo na mo call e ko promise yo mo say e mo mu chi obia no mo de o mo nya adwuma mamo no mo to aba no mamo ne ye mo weni a mo be ma o mo ato galamse no mo to a afi na o be kan say you don't even have the right. You don't have the moral right to even go to them and say Munjai Emra Oma ye juma ma winning power we. Enti adene de Oma kripo mu enti asema mu kanede Magere enya de a ombetimi aye ho. Is Ghana for say demonstration bi ne ebe yo say ye nuanom na ya kasa be ko ani omo akoye discussions just to make sure say omo be jaya. I think say this is na NDC de omo timi nya wo hwe.
Madam Sam. Your mama tell me uncle.
I said only I said happy birthday. Again, happy birthday to Ima Erama of Sunyani, CEO of Crystal Pub, opposite Sunyani Regional Library from Kwame Obri Yeboah, our promosido. Enti Erama, happy birthday to you.
All right. A hand here did you make the NDC. William Samuel, a member of the MPP Communication Team by Evan Samuel, and also a member of the NDC Communication Bureau. Evan Samuel. Appointment in your himself. DJ Bosco take over. Okokroko Francis and IK Champon. Woman be producers a bomb chidomoha. Namedy Asadama, Kwasia Boaje, the darling boy, my supervisor. And a doctor for Adexon na executive producer. My general manager Kennedy Asantio saying, and so and a bo chidom. I said I could be meeting the Mark Jerry or OSEI AGYEMAN. Ochina. Enya me pa ebeshia. No china question na bibi sane say. Yes, 1,375 containers. Ayira every time a port. Say containers no. Eye ECG dia. Eba ne sen. Ochina. Yebede ho.